With all the hype around Path of Exile, Diablo, and every new action RPG trying to be the next big thing, I kept thinking about Torchlight. So let me take you back to 2009 and show you a game that came out of the blue in terms of both its announcement and release, but in my opinion still has more charm than most of the newer titles. Don't let the art style fool you, it's a fully polished, satisfying RPG with generated loot, lots of enemies, class combinations, cute pets, and fishing. But charm alone doesn't carry a game like this one. What made Torchlight stick was the gameplay loop itself, and it worked. The game is a true dungeon crawler, a loot-based ARPG, but the pacing is a bit different. It's slower than what the newer titles are pushing onto our dopamine-starved brains. But it didn't feel slow or boring to me. Far from it, and it also felt easier to get into. Besides the game's progression being a bit wanky, the gameplay loop becomes familiar and satisfying in very short time. After choosing your character from the absolutely massive selection of 3 classes, you begin your adventure in Torchlight. The game pushes you into the story by sending you into your first dungeon, making you clear it and sit through a bit of dialogue.
I am Syl, and that was my companion, Brink. We've only just arrived in Torchlight.
Wait, is that the voice actor from Skyrim? After that, you can explore, talk to people of Torchlight, and go on your dungeon runs with its generated loot and enemies, while taking your time staring at the skill tree and deciding what your build should be. There are only 3 classes to choose from, and not a huge number of skills to put points into, but the skills are well made and well balanced. The classes are open and flexible. While there are only 3 main classes, they are not strictly bound to their primary weapon types or playstyles, so you can do what I did and play melee magic hybrid alchemist, which is the closest I'm gonna get to the Giga Chad spell sword class I play in every other video game. A cute feature of the game, and an important one, that I admittedly kind of overlooked while playing, is the pets. At the start of the game, you choose a name, a loyal companion. The pet actually serves a bigger role than it might seem at first. You can transform it into another creature by feeding it a mutant fish, and it gets unique abilities based on the type of transformation. The pet has its own inventory, and you can teach it spells as you would yourself. Also, you can make it carry your burdens, and even send it back to town to sell your loot while you keep adventuring.
Your pet has departed.
You'll be followed by your undead minions anyway while it's away. Also check out this animation of an imp I summoned. The game has a lot of charm, mainly baked into its art style, animations, and just the general idea behind it. For example, the mage class isn't really a mage, he's more of an alchemist-scientist mix who summons mechanical golems to fight for him. The game is pleasant to look at, and the different dungeons designs bring in fresh colors each time you move into a new one. From the crypts to the beautiful and arguably the best looking area in the game, the Asterian ruins. Yes, it does look like Warcraft or Dota, stop it. The story is mostly just filler. It's a cliché, very basic setup that pushes the narrative forward, and for the most part, we don't really care about it. The town of Torchlight acts as the hub between your runs. You can buy spells and gear, sell loot, socket or unsocket gems from your equipment. And there's also a simple enchantment and some sort of transmutation mechanic. And you can even gamble.
Hey friend, you feeling a little lucky?
Yes, it all feels oddly familiar, doesn't it? A bit like Diablo, which makes sense, because the game was created by several prominent figures in the genre. Max and Eric, co-creators of Diablo. Also Matt Ullman, who was responsible for Diablo's iconic soundtrack, also made the music for Torchlight, and he did an amazing job. The project lead was Travis Baldry, who had previously created Fate. So even though Torchlight was a small-scale project made in around a year, it's easy to see why people loved it. What it offered well, and the timing of its release was pretty much perfect. because the demand for Diablo-style action RPG was definitely there. Despite some obvious flaws, some light catering to a wider audience, and the difficulty curve that can suddenly punch you in the gut around the 5th dungeon, Torchlight still delivered exactly what a lot of people wanted. And in this case, the more accessible approach was not a bad thing at all. It was a charming little project that knew what it was, delivered on it, and left a strong enough impression to grow into something bigger. And honestly, that might be the best thing about Torchlight. Its success gave us Torchlight 2, a sequel that takes what made the first game great and pushes it even further. But that's a topic for another video, and one I'll be making soon. So stay tuned, and thank you very much for watching. More content coming soon.